So the opening of this video is just to contextualise my thoughts and explain why I was thinking about this and where my head's at. So at my school we don't have a muck-up day. Instead we do a dress-up week and like an assembly where we show a video, and because I think we've got like 5 weeks of school left, we've started planning stuff and producing this video, and because the production has started, it's really exciting, and people are working really hard on it, and it's something to be proud of, and I'm really grateful to those people who are working on it. They're doing a really good job so far, and I'm sure they'll continue to do a great job, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. It's very time consuming and challenging to complete that during year 12, and I have no problem with the video. It's just that's what, like, the fact that we're producing the video has led to some prompts that have made me think about things, and the topic I want to discuss is like assumptions, because there's a series of questions written on the board in relation to production of the video, but my response to 2 of the questions wasn't answers, it was further questions, and that's because there are 2 questions in particular that are based on assumptions and that display a lack of understanding due to a lack of education, and because it's particularly in a school setting, that really highlighted for me that these questions wouldn't, like, there's ways to change them, to make them open to everyone and non-discriminatory, and the people who wrote them weren't aiming to be discriminatory. I know they're wonderful people. It's just the way they've learnt and the society we live in. So the first question was, who has the worst taste in guys? And my question was like, I was like, why are we assuming everyone has either a taste or a taste in guys exclusively? And I'm using parentheses because I'm like, I want to point out that was the wording and it's not the phrasing I would use. I've got notes, but we're a year level of 60 people, so statistically at least 6 people aren't straight, and I know there are other DSG people in my year level, and I won't say who, of course, but from my personal experience, I don't have a taste, because I'm on the demisexual spectrum, so the question really doesn't apply to me, technically. And so it's like, in adding the phrase in guys and using taste, which, like, I don't really complain about, but it's the in guys that they've erased a proportion of the year level that could have been, like, and they could have avoided that by just saying, like, who has the worst taste, and it was, yeah, and that would be a bit better. And then the second question kind of follows on a bit, was who'll be the first married in our year level? And my question was, when is the Australian government going to have the decency to let everyone who wants to get married get married? That question assumes that everyone in our year level is able to get married, and that's just not the case. Like, I might not be able to get married if my partner is not of the opposite sex. So, yeah, it was just like, it really highlighted for me that this is a world we live in, where it's not intentionally done, it's purely a sign of the lack of understanding because people haven't been educated, and there's a poor or a limited positive representation in the media and in day-to-day lives, and it's difficult going to an all-girls school and being open about your sexuality and calling these things out, and not feeling supported by the school, or not being understood by the school. So yeah, I was just kind of thinking about that, and I want to share that, to see if anyone had any thoughts and any suggestions on the best way to tackle it, or the best way to call them in, or just simply change those questions, or if that would be seen as passive aggressive. I wasn't sure. Yeah, that was it.